From Buckingham Palace, which has announced that the King has been diagnosed with cancer.
Buckingham Palace is lying about King Charles's illness. Is the public aware of this? Reports indicate that the King's health has deteriorated significantly compared to what was revealed, and that the royal family is carefully preparing for his death at any time. The question is, what happened to the British royal family after the death of King Charles? Of course, it will create a significant stream of changes, and you will know the details in this video. Let's get started. The first thing that happened after the death of King Charles was that the Menai Bridge campaign would begin immediately. Much like royal weddings and coronations, royal funerals in the United Kingdom are elaborate and tradition-laden events that adhere to rituals dating back hundreds of years. These ceremonies are meticulously planned to ensure that they honor the centuries-old customs and reflect the grandeur and dignity associated with the British monarchy. As with the funeral plans for Queen Elizabeth II, which were coded as Operation London Bridge, preparations for the death of King Charles III have been underway since the moment he ascended to the throne. This foresight, while seemingly morbid, is a necessary measure given the extraordinary amount of meticulous planning required for a British monarch's funeral. The plans for King Charles III's funeral are codenamed Operation Menai Bridge, named after a suspension bridge that connects the mainland of Wales to the island of Anglesey. The name itself is a nod to Charles's title as the Prince of Wales before he became king, further rooting the plans in the traditions and symbols of the monarchy. Former Royal Protection Officer Simon Morgan spoke with Australia's 9 News program Today, explaining the urgency and importance of such planning. He is 73 years of age, it's got to be in the back of your mind, and from the police, we've got to start planning again for the future, he said. This statement highlights the pragmatic approach taken by those responsible for ensuring the smooth execution of royal protocols. An unnamed source explained to the Daily Beast that it is likely Queen Elizabeth II's funeral will serve as the template for all future royal funerals. The Queen's funeral went like clockwork and set a high bar, the source said. Indeed, Queen Elizabeth II's funeral was a meticulously orchestrated event that garnered worldwide attention and admiration for its precision and solemnity. Every detail, from the procession routes to the ceremonial roles, was planned with utmost care, setting a precedent for future royal funerals. Given the recent news about King Charles III's health, Operation Menai Bridge has understandably become a priority. The plans have been dusted off and are actively being kept up to date, a former staffer told the outlet. This statement underscores the continuous effort to ensure that all preparations are current and can be swiftly enacted when the time comes. One significant aspect of Operation Menai Bridge is the immediate succession of Prince William to the throne. Upon Charles's death, Prince William will become King William III. This transition will not only signify a new chapter for the British monarchy, but will also elevate his eldest son, Prince George, to the position of heir apparent. As the new Prince of Wales, George will be next in line to the throne, marking the beginning of his official journey toward future kingship. In the immediate aftermath of King Charles III's death, it is expected that Prince George will inherit his father's previously held titles, including the Duke of Cornwall and Duke of Rothesay. The transition of these titles is a customary practice within the monarchy, ensuring the continuity of noble lineages and responsibilities. However, the title of Prince of Wales carries particular historical and cultural significance. Traditionally, this title is bestowed upon the heir apparent through an investiture ceremony, a ritual that dates back centuries. When Prince Charles became Prince of Wales in 1958, an elaborate investiture ceremony was held at Caernarfon Castle in 1969, emphasizing the connection between the heir and Wales. In contrast, when Prince William was designated as Prince of Wales in 2022, he chose to forgo such a ceremony, reflecting a more modern and subdued approach. It remains to be seen whether Prince George will participate in the traditional investiture ceremony or follow his father's precedent of omitting the ritual. The Prince and Princess of Wales, William and Catherine, have already taken steps to prepare George for his future role. George made his royal debut at Wimbledon in July 2022, marking his introduction to public life and royal duties. This event, cherished by both of his parents, symbolizes the beginning of George's public engagements and his gradual acclimation to the responsibilities that lie ahead. Royal author Robert Lacey, in his book Battle of Brothers, sheds light on the intentional approach taken by William and Catherine in preparing their children for their royal futures. According to Lacey, the parents of three chose a thoughtful and gradual method to inform George about his destiny. While the specifics of the conversation have not been publicly disclosed, it is believed that around George's 7th birthday, in the summer of 2020, his parents provided him with a more detailed understanding of his future royal service and duty. The order of succession will be updated. This is inevitable. As it was following the death of Queen Elizabeth II, the order of succession will be updated following the death of King Charles III. The British monarchy adheres to a well-defined line of succession, which ensures a clear and orderly transfer of power. This line of succession is rooted in tradition and legal statutes, reflecting the hereditary nature of the monarchy. Upon King Charles III's death, Prince William immediately ascended to the throne as King William III. However, this change will have a cascading effect on the line of succession, impacting several members of the royal family. Traditionally, the monarch's firstborn, the heir to the throne, and their children take precedence in the line of succession. This principle places Prince William's children ahead of other royal family members, including Prince Harry. Currently, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis occupy the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th places in the line of succession, respectively, following their father, Prince William. Once Prince William becomes king, Prince George will become the heir apparent. This shift solidifies George's position as the future monarch, bringing him closer to the throne. In line with royal tradition, George and any future children he might have will automatically be ahead of his siblings, Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis, in the order of succession. This precedence underscores the hereditary nature of the monarchy, where the firstborn and their descendants maintain a prominent position. Should Prince George have children, they will also enter the line of succession immediately following their father. This pattern ensures that the lineage of the current monarch is prioritized, maintaining a clear and consistent line of heirs. As George's children grow, they will occupy key positions in the order of succession, further solidifying the family's future within the monarchy. When King Charles III passes away, George and any children he might have will move up in the order of succession. George will take on new titles, likely including the Duke of Cornwall and possibly the Prince of Wales, should his father decide to bestow that title upon him. These titles carry historical and symbolic significance, reinforcing George's status as the heir apparent. The same principles apply to Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis. While they will move up in the line of succession following Charles's death, their positions will remain secondary to George and his potential descendants. However, they too might receive new titles and responsibilities, reflecting their importance within the royal family. Prince Harry, currently 5th in line to the throne, will see his position shift as well. While he and his children, Archie and Lilibet, will move up in the order of succession, their places will remain behind those of Prince William's children. This arrangement follows the traditional hierarchy, ensuring that the direct descendants of the monarch take precedence. Prince William may change his name, which is a big event. When Queen Elizabeth II ascended to the throne, she broke with a long-standing tradition by choosing to keep her given name, Elizabeth. This decision was a departure from the norm, as monarchs typically adopted a new regnal name upon their coronation. For instance, her father, known as Prince Albert, took the name George VI when he became king. Similarly, King Charles III followed in Elizabeth's footsteps by retaining his birth name when he assumed the throne. This modern approach to royal nomenclature has sparked curiosity and speculation regarding the future decisions of Prince William when he eventually becomes king. As it stands, it remains unclear whether Prince William will continue this recent tradition or revert to the older custom of adopting a new name upon his ascension to the throne. Should he choose to maintain his given name, he would be known as King William Fife. However, the possibility of him selecting a different regnal name cannot be ruled out, as the decision is deeply personal and influenced by various factors, including historical significance, family legacy, and personal preference. If Prince William does decide to change his name, he might choose to incorporate elements of his full name into his new royal identity. William's complete name is William Arthur Philip Lewis, Duke of Cambridge, Earl of Strathearn, and Baron Carrickfergus. Each of these names carries its own historical and familial weight, providing him with a rich array of options should he decide to adopt a new name. For instance, he could opt for King Arthur, King Philip, or King Louis, each of which would evoke different connotations and connections to the royal lineage. Despite the speculation, Prince William has not publicly indicated his intentions regarding his future regnal name. During a Zoom meeting with teachers and children from a school in Lancashire in early September 2022, the question of his future kingly name arose. When asked by a child, "The first William was William the Conqueror. What do you want to be called?" William responded with amusement, laughing at the query. However, he did not provide an answer, leaving the matter open to interpretation and further speculation. Besides, Princess Catherine will receive a new title. When King Charles III ascended to the throne, his wife Camilla Parker Bowles was named Camilla, Queen Consort. This title reflected her role as the spouse of the reigning monarch. Similarly, Prince William's wife Catherine underwent a title change, transitioning from Kate Middleton, Duchess of Cambridge, to Catherine, Princess of Wales. This elevation in status marked her as the wife of the heir apparent and aligned her title with those historically held by the spouses of the Princes of Wales. As the Princess of Wales, Catherine has taken on increased visibility and responsibilities, embodying the modern image of the British monarchy. Her role involves supporting Prince William in his duties, engaging in numerous charitable activities, and representing the royal family at home and abroad. Catherine's grace, poise, and commitment to her role have earned her widespread admiration and respect, reinforcing the positive image of the monarchy in the public eye. With the eventual passing of King Charles III, it is expected that Catherine will undergo yet another title change. As Prince William ascends to the throne, she will transition from Princess of Wales to Queen Consort. While her title will technically be Queen Consort, signifying her role as the wife of the king and not a reigning monarch by blood, it is highly likely that she will be known simply as Queen Catherine. This follows the tradition of styling consorts with the title of Queen, simplifying public recognition and maintaining the dignity of the role. Queen Catherine's coronation will occur alongside her husband's, marking a significant ceremonial event that will formalize their positions. The coronation of a queen consort is a historical tradition that underscores the unity and partnership of the royal couple in their roles. This event will be meticulously planned and steeped in centuries-old rituals, celebrating the continuity and heritage of the British monarchy. Interestingly, Catherine's ascent to Queen Consort will also bring about some unique, albeit symbolic, changes. According to an Old English law, the title of Queen entitles her to the ownership of every dolphin, whale, and sturgeon in the waters of Britain. This quirky piece of legislation, known as the Royal Fish Law, dates back to medieval times when these sea creatures were considered royal property due to their rarity and value. While this law is more of a historical curiosity today, it highlights the fascinating blend of tradition and modernity that characterizes the British monarchy. In addition, Prince William's children will also have new titles. The passing of King Charles III will trigger a series of significant changes in the titles and roles of the members of Prince William's immediate family. While much attention has been given to the transition of Catherine from Princess of Wales to Queen Consort, it is important to note that William and Catherine's children will also undergo notable title changes. Among them, Princess Charlotte's future holds particular intrigue and uncertainty. As it stands, Princess Charlotte is poised to inherit the title of Princess of Wales, a prestigious title traditionally passed down to the wife or daughter of the Prince of Wales. However, this inheritance is not guaranteed and is contingent on several factors, most notably the marital status of her elder brother, Prince George, when their father ascends to the throne. If Prince George is unmarried when Prince William becomes king, Charlotte could indeed inherit the title of Princess of Wales. This would align with historical precedent, allowing her to maintain a prominent position within the royal family and continue her public duties under this esteemed title. However, if Prince George is married by the time William ascends, his wife would likely take on the title of Princess of Wales, thereby displacing Charlotte from this position. This potential loss of title for Charlotte underscores the complex and sometimes fluid nature of royal titles and the line of succession. The intricacies of these changes are not merely ceremonial, but carry significant implications for the roles and responsibilities of the individuals involved. For Charlotte, the transition would represent a substantial shift in her identity and public persona. Broadcaster OSA has suggested that when Prince William becomes king, there is a chance Charlotte could lose her titles altogether. This scenario could occur if her brother's wife assumes the title of Princess of Wales and if no other suitable titles are designated for Charlotte. In this context, Charlotte's life would indeed look very different, potentially involving a reduction in her public duties and a lower profile within the royal hierarchy. After the death of King Charles, Prince William may move to Buckingham Palace. We all know that Buckingham Palace has traditionally been the official residence of the reigning monarch. Queen Elizabeth II, during her lifetime, resided in several royal homes, including Balmoral and Windsor Castle, but she considered Buckingham Palace her primary residence. This grand palace has served as the central hub of royal affairs, state functions, and official receptions for centuries. However, its ongoing renovations, expected to be completed by 2027, have introduced a degree of uncertainty regarding its future inhabitants. As the nation anticipates the transition of power from King Charles III to Prince William, questions have arisen about whether William and Princess Catherine will follow tradition and move into Buckingham Palace. In August 2020, Roya Nika, a royal expert for the Sunday Times, shared insights with Express, suggesting that while it is expected that the Cambridges will eventually take up residence in the palace, this plan is not set in stone. Nika noted, "The official line is that the Cambridges will one day move to the palace when they become king and queen. I imagine that it will still be Monarchy HQ. And I wouldn't be surprised if the Cambridges stayed in Kensington Palace." Kensington Palace has been the official London residence of Prince William and Princess Catherine for several years. The palace, steeped in history, offers a more intimate and personal environment compared to the grandeur of Buckingham Palace. The couple's decision to move their family to Anmer Hall in Norfolk in July 2022 further demonstrated their preference for a more private and family-oriented lifestyle. Anmer Hall, located on the Queen's Sandringham estate, provides a tranquil and secluded setting where the Cambridges have appeared happy and content with their decision. Furthermore, Prince William will also inherit a huge inheritance. After Queen Elizabeth II passed away and King Charles III ascended to the throne, Prince William assumed the titles of Prince of Wales and Duke of Cornwall. These titles brought with them significant responsibilities and considerable financial assets. Upon becoming the Duke of Cornwall, Prince William also inherited the Duchy of Cornwall, a vast estate valued at approximately $1 billion. This acquisition reportedly increased his net worth substantially, estimated to be around $100 million. The Duchy of Cornwall is not just a single estate, but a diverse portfolio that includes agricultural, commercial, and residential properties across multiple counties. Managed to generate income for the Prince of Wales, the duchy's revenues contribute to supporting the activities of the heir to the throne and his family. Looking ahead to Prince William's future as king, he stands to inherit yet another substantial property empire, the Duchy of Lancaster. This inheritance will further augment his financial holdings and responsibilities. The Duchy of Lancaster is another extensive portfolio of land, property, and assets that has historically supported the reigning monarch. Upon becoming king, William will manage these assets, ensuring they continue to generate income to support his role and the broader activities of the monarchy. In addition to these property inheritances, Prince William is likely to inherit additional financial assets from his father, King Charles III. This includes investments and other financial instruments managed by the Prince of Wales over the years. Moreover, William will also gain possession of the Royal Art Collection, a vast assortment of artworks and cultural artifacts held in trust for the nation, but managed by the reigning monarch. One notable aspect of these inheritances is the exemption from inheritance tax that applies to the British monarch. This exemption ensures that the transfer of assets and wealth between reigning monarchs occurs smoothly and without financial penalties. While inheritance tax is typically a significant consideration for large estates, the monarchy's exemption from this tax ensures the continuity and stability of the institution across generations. It's worth noting that despite this exemption, both King Charles III and Queen Elizabeth II have voluntarily paid income tax since 1993. This decision reflects their commitment to transparency and their role as public figures within a constitutional monarchy. Prince William has already followed in their footsteps by voluntarily paying income tax, and it is expected that he will continue this practice when he ascends to the throne. Prince William's forthcoming ascension to the throne, following the death of King Charles III, will mark a significant moment in British history and initiate a new chapter for the monarchy. As the official head of state, Prince William will automatically assume a multitude of responsibilities and duties that are central to the role of the British monarch. According to the official website of the royal family, the duties of the monarch are deeply rooted in over 1,000 years of history and tradition. These responsibilities encompass both constitutional and representational roles that have evolved over time. At the core of these duties, the sovereign serves as a unifying figure for national identity, unity, and pride. By embodying stability and continuity, the monarch provides a sense of assurance to the nation amidst changing times. Moreover, the sovereign plays a crucial role in officially recognizing achievements and excellence within British society, thereby reinforcing national values and ideals. Additionally, the monarch supports the ethos of voluntary service, encouraging and acknowledging charitable endeavors and community initiatives across the United Kingdom. Unlike the political influence wielded by monarchs in centuries past, the modern British monarchy is largely ceremonial and symbolic in its political role. The constitutional framework established over centuries has effectively limited the monarch's direct involvement in political decision-making. Instead, the monarch's influence is channeled through constitutional conventions, such as the granting of royal assent to legislation passed by Parliament and the formal opening of Parliament itself. As king, Prince William will adhere to these established conventions, maintaining the monarchy's apolitical stance while fulfilling his ceremonial duties with dedication and diligence. His role will encompass a diverse range of activities, from presiding over state occasions and ceremonial events to representing the United Kingdom internationally. These duties will require extensive travel and engagement with various sectors of society, including government officials, diplomats, business leaders, and members of the public. Besides, Prince William will have to take some oaths. One of the initial ceremonies that Prince William will participate in is the official proclaiming of his accession to the throne in front of the Accession Council. This council, composed of senior government officials, judges, and other dignitaries, convenes to formally recognize and declare William as the new sovereign. This proclamation typically takes place shortly after the death of the previous monarch, ensuring a smooth and immediate transition of authority. Historically, the Accession Council proclamation ceremony has been held at St. James's Palace in London. This location, with its long-standing association with the British monarchy, provides a fitting backdrop for the formal declaration of the new monarch. During this ceremony, Prince William will be officially acknowledged as the king, and the council members will affirm their allegiance to him as the rightful successor to the throne. Following the proclamation ceremony, Prince William will proceed to make his first declaration as king during the Accession Council. This declaration is a significant moment where the new monarch publicly affirms his commitment to upholding the constitutional principles and duties associated with the role of sovereign. The declaration ceremony serves as a formal pledge to govern according to the laws and traditions of the realm, ensuring continuity and stability in governance. Central to this declaration is William's promise to support and uphold the constitutional government of the United Kingdom and the Commonwealth realms. This commitment underscores the monarch's role as a symbol of continuity and unity, binding the nation together through adherence to established constitutional norms and principles. It is said that Prince Harry will probably not be happy with his role in King Charles's funeral. Under normal circumstances, the funeral of a British monarch like King Charles III would be a solemn occasion where both of his sons, Princes William and Harry, would traditionally play key ceremonial roles. However, the strained relationship between the brothers, particularly exacerbated in recent years, casts a shadow over Prince Harry's potential involvement in his father's funeral arrangements under Operation Menai Bridge. The dynamics between Prince Harry and the rest of the royal family, especially his brother Prince William, have been widely scrutinized in the media. According to reports from Vanity Fair, the relationship has deteriorated to a point where Harry's return to royal duties, even in the wake of King Charles III's cancer diagnosis, was reportedly met with a flat rejection. Sources close to the family indicated that there is a detailed contingency plan in place for the king's potential inability to carry out public engagements in the near future. And notably, none of these contingencies involve Prince Harry. The rift between the brothers has significantly impacted their interactions with the royal family. Sources described the relationship as scorched earth, implying deep-seated animosity that has effectively halted any expectation of Harry resuming his previous roles representing the monarchy at official engagements, such as visiting youth centers or attending ceremonial ribbon cuttings on behalf of the royal family. Given that Prince William, as the presumptive next monarch, will be overseeing the arrangements for his father's funeral, it is widely anticipated that Harry's participation will be minimal, if at all. The solemnity and protocol surrounding a royal funeral, especially for a monarch like King Charles III, are typically governed by tradition and adherence to established norms within the royal household. In this context, the strained personal relationships within the family may influence ceremonial decisions, including who plays what role during such significant national events. Some people say that Prince William will break tradition with his coronation. What do you think? When King Charles III passes away, the immediate focus will shift to executing his pre-planned funeral arrangements, known as Operation Menai Bridge. This meticulous plan ensures that the transition from monarch to mourning and eventual burial proceeds smoothly. Meanwhile, Prince William will ascend to the throne without an immediate rush towards his coronation, mirroring the 7-month gap observed between Queen Elizabeth II's death and King Charles III's own coronation plans. The delay in the coronation provides William with a period to contemplate and possibly innovate the traditional ceremony. Sources close to the royal family, as reported by the Sunday Times and People, indicate that William is keen on modernizing the coronation to make it more relevant and unifying for future generations. Reflecting on his father's delayed coronation, William reportedly sees an opportunity to reshape the ceremony, making it not only modern, but also resonant with the values of the 21st century. According to insights shared with People, William is actively considering changes that would distinguish his coronation from past traditions. The aim is to ensure that the ceremony remains a significant national event, while also reflecting contemporary sensibilities and inclusivity, both within the United Kingdom and across the Commonwealth. This forward-thinking approach aligns with William and Catherine's broader vision to update and reposition the monarchy, adapting it to better serve a modern and diverse society. The prospect of a revamped coronation under King William III hints at broader ambitions within the royal family to redefine the monarchy's role and relevance in contemporary times. As spokespersons for the Prince and Princess of Wales have noted, William and Catherine are determined to approach royal duties in their own way, breaking from certain conventions while respecting the institution's core values. William's intention to modernize the coronation ceremony also resonates with previous steps he has taken to reshape royal traditions. For instance, William chose not to participate in the traditional investiture ceremony as Prince of Wales, a departure from the customary practice where the heir to the throne is formally invested in Wales by the monarch. This decision reflects his inclination towards modernizing the monarchy's rituals while maintaining respect for its historical significance. Questions were raised about Queen Camilla's position. Upon the death of King Charles III, Queen Camilla will assume a significant role within the royal family, albeit under specific title constraints due to historical and traditional protocols. While some might expect her to take on the title of Queen Mother, analogous to Queen Elizabeth II's role after King George VI's passing, this won't be the case for Camilla. The title of Queen Mother is typically reserved for the widow of a king who is also the mother of the reigning monarch. In Camilla's situation, as she is not the mother of Charles's children, Prince William and Prince Harry, she does not meet the criteria to be called Queen Mother. Instead, Camilla's technical title as Camilla, Queen Consort, will be pivotal in defining her post-Charles III role. According to the Independent and Town and Country, upon the death of King Charles III, Camilla will likely be referred to as the Queen Dowager. This title historically applies to a queen consort who becomes a widow after her husband's death. The last time the title Queen Dowager was formally used was nearly 2 centuries ago, following the death of King William IV in 1837. At that time, his wife Queen Adelaide, who had no children with William, assumed the title of Queen Dowager until her own death. In contemporary terms, should Camilla be referred to as Queen Dowager after King Charles III's passing, it would acknowledge her status as the widow of the deceased monarch without implying the additional role of being the mother of the reigning king. This distinction aligns with the intricacies of royal protocol and lineage, ensuring clarity in the hierarchy and titles within the royal family. Camilla's role as Queen Dowager would involve supporting the monarchy in ceremonial and public roles, similar to other widowed consorts in British history. While the title itself may not be commonly used in recent times, its revival in Camilla's case would underscore her continued presence within the royal household and her role in preserving the legacy of King Charles III. What do you think about the change in the royal family when King Charles passed away? Leave us your comments in the section below. We hope you have found this helpful video. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you like it. Thank you for watching this and see you in the next videos. Goodbye.